Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do, it's like a little bit of a different video than I usually do. So usually I do like the snarky commentary on family vloggers and other influencers who are just kind of annoying on the internet. But today, this video, it's gonna be a little bit different. Today I want to talk about a real life experience, or two of them, two real life experiences. One in middle school and one now in high school, which I'm in at the moment. So let's start with middle school. So my bully, right? I had a bully in middle school. His name was Tristan James. He would do the littlest things to basically bully me. He would take my lunch, right? One day he took my lunch in 6th grade. I actually remember this. In 6th grade, he took my lunch and he basically threw it over a railing. Which, I don't know why he threw it over a railing, but anyway. And then the next thing he did that I remember is he made fun of me for the things I watched. So if it was like a Roblox roleplay or something like that, he would have like a comment or a remark about it and like made fun of me for watching videos like that. And I thought, alright, and I have another one. In 7th grade, he almost got me written up for something that happened outside in PE, I think. I think PE was it was really close to the end of the day. And we had PE, and it was, I think he started it, but yet I almost got in trouble because I didn't tell an adult what happened. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, I know I should have told an adult at the time what happened. I guess I was like I guess I was scared to tell an adult. I don't know. It's just, I was scared to tell somebody what happened. So, yeah, that was not a good situation either, along with him making fun of me for what I watched, and him throwing my lunch over a railing one day in 6th grade, which I thought he was a nice person, or I was nice to him, but in return, he was not very nice to me. Nope, not at all. So, we are happy that, or my mom in particular is happy that he's not at Northwood this year, or the last few years, to continue to bully me, you know? But anyway, we're gonna switch the subject. It's been about 4 minutes in the video recording, so we're gonna switch the subject. So the second part of this video is somebody in high school that you meet that is a really nice person, basically from the jump, from the beginning. They're nice to you, but as I've said to myself, they don't have to be, you know? They barely knew who I was at the time, or they barely knew me at the time. They barely knew who I was. They didn't know much about me. It's a guy, it's another guy that I'm now friends with, which I'm really happy I'm friends with this person. I'm really happy. So in art class, right? It's where it all started. And one day, I found out that so we were just talking, right? Or I was trying to get to know him, I think, one day, and I asked if he listened to music, and he said no. I was a little surprised. I was like, really? And he said no. Or he said he didn't listen to music. And I'm like, I think I said, that's actually a good thing. Because in this day and age, everybody is basically just listening to their music in their earbuds, and they're distracted from the world around them when they do that. And then, let me think. Oh yeah. And then we talked about if he uses social media platforms. And he said that he didn't, or he doesn't use social media platforms. And I'm like, wait, really? And he said that he doesn't use them, which I'm not complaining. That's actually a really good thing, especially nowadays where our whole world is basically digital. So not being on social media in this day and age is a really good thing. It's a really, really good thing. And then, so this person, right, he sat next to me basically every day, even when we didn't have assigned seats. He still sat next to me. Yeah. I don't think we had assigned seats in art at the time. So it was like, he could have picked anywhere, but he picked next to me in particular, which, that meant a lot. It really did. It meant a lot to me that he picked sitting next to me when there were other seats in the class. But it really does mean a lot to me. And today, and still to this day in August, he's still the same nice person that he was from the jump, from the beginning. And then we go into, March, right? We go into March, and that's when I start telling him, like, drama that's happened on the internet involving, like, Neatos, and Stanley Cups, and, what else? Or how grown women are standing outside of shops for these Neatos. Or what else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, that European versus American thing. I told him about that as well. Just like things on the internet that I told this person about that started drama. You know? So I'm gonna tell you his name. I told you the other person's name, so I'm gonna tell you his name. His name is Preston. So Preston, if you're out there and you see this video, just know the later half is your half. The later half of this video is your half of the video. Just to let you know. So anyway, we're gonna continue. So we go to the end of March, right? And the end of March, I think, is when I start getting into drama that has happened from last year. Like, I told Preston about a situation that, wait, we're gonna come back to the internet stuff in a little bit, but we're gonna switch to a situation I told Preston about from 2025, where my stepdad made me walk home in the rain despite my sisters getting picked up from school, right? So when I told him about this, when I told Preston about this, he said, um, I think he said, if your sisters got picked up, then you should have been picked up too. And I was like, you're right. You know, you're absolutely right. Like he would give very awesome advice to me. And you know, that's something I appreciate about Preston is he doesn't judge whenever you tell him personal stuff from your home life, even though it's from last year. It's still from a home life, you know. And the fact that he didn't judge it at all, it meant a lot. You know, it made me really happy. I'm gonna get emotional talking about this. It made me really happy when he didn't judge the drama I told him or the drama that we talked about. And one day, I told Preston out loud that, you know, I appreciate that you didn't judge the drama. Or was it, wait, it was, you know how, like, people are afraid to talk about personal things because they're afraid of being judged for it? Well, you didn't. And I really appreciate that you didn't judge me for the drama that happened in 2025. And there's drama from this year as well, relating to, like, my sister, Brooklyn, basically getting whatever she wants, or whenever she wants it. Oh, and another situation I talked about with Preston was Brooklyn getting grounded for having 17 sodas in her room along with food, by the way. So, yeah, and Preston smiled, which, that meant a lot, you know, that meant a lot to me. It really, really did. I think it showed in that moment that he appreciated, he appreciated being that person that I could vent to. Or he appreciated, he appreciated, I'm trying to think. He appreciated being the person that I could talk to about it. Okay, that's it. He appreciated being the person that I could talk to about it. You know? And that smile really did mean a lot. You know? It got me, it meant a lot to me. And even to this day, it still does. Like, that smile, it meant something. And that's Preston's way of expressing things, you know? Which is a good way. I don't mind this way of expressing things. More quiet. He's not loud about it. I love that. I really, truly do. And then we go to April, right? I told him more drama in April of what happened. And he didn't judge that either. Which, that was awesome. And I really do appreciate it, Preston. To this day, I still appreciate it. So if you're out there, I just want to let you know, I appreciate that in art you didn't judge the drama I told you about. Let's see. Oh, we had this situation, right, with Sadie, one of my own friends. One of my friends that, well, she wanted my food, like, every day. And I was getting to the point where I didn't know what to do about it. So I talked to Preston about it and see if he could give me advice on what to do. You know, like what to do in the moment when you're in a situation where somebody tries to get your food every day, and they don't want to give it, or they don't want to, what is it? They don't want to not ask. They want to keep asking. So Preston said, he said, you can give it to them if you want, but it's your stuff too. And I was like, oh, that was actually really solid advice. Because then, like, a day or two later, I actually told Sadie. Like, I told her, in summary, to basically not, like, take my food anymore. You know, I did it in a nice way, obviously, but I basically told her in summary to see if she could not take my food anymore, because I didn't want her to keep doing that. You know, I took Preston's advice to heart. I took it to heart, and it worked, because the rest of the year she didn't ask for it. So Preston, my guy, thank you. I really appreciate that advice you gave me in April about the situation. Because if you didn't give me that advice, then that situation would have continued. You know what I mean? It would have continued to this day. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, another trait about Preston that I really like about him is he mentioned he doesn't get annoyed with things easily. So he's that like chill, he has that chill personality. And that's something, I'm sorry guys, the camera just knocked over. Anyway, Preston's chill personality is something I really like about him. You know, he doesn't get annoyed by things easily. And I mentioned to him in art, like at times, what was it? Wait, I'm gonna make a cut and try to think. I'll be right back. We're back. I just thought of what it was. So I think I told Preston, I'm sorry if I, talk a lot. And he didn't mind, you know? He didn't mind that I did talk a lot. And in art, another thing, he would be tired very frequently. in art. And I was worried at one point. I was worried. I was thinking to myself, is Preston okay? Because he always seemed tired. But then I realized it was really nothing to worry about. Like, even though he was tired, he would still talk to people. You know, he would, not loud, but like, he would still talk to people, you know? Like people in our group and another person across the room. So yeah, that's something else I like about Preston is, like, even when he was tired in art, he would still talk to me, and he would still talk to me and other people, you know, around our group. But yeah, like he would talk to me and he would talk to multiple people at our group and another person. And yeah, let's see, anything else on the docket? Oh yeah. he's also one of those friends that doesn't bring drama into your life. Now I know, I've told Preston a lot of drama from the internet and at home, but he really didn't seem to mind it that much, which I love that, you know? I still love it to this day, that he really didn't mind it that much. Like, he didn't mind me saying multiple things on the internet or at home, you know? And then, oh yeah, one day we talked about iPad kids. And I told Preston how my little sister got an iPad at just 2 years old. And he was like, I think he said he wouldn't give his kid an iPad until they're above 5 years old, which I thought is a really good idea, you know? Like, wait a few years to start introducing an iPad into their lives, you know, with, I think, educational games only on it. So, and I agree with Preston on that. I really do. Like, I agree about his whole thing of not giving a child an iPad until they're 5 years old or above, you know. Which I think he might want a kid in the future. I think he may want a kid in the future. And if he does have a kid, he would wait till they're 5 or above to give them an iPad. You know? Like, not give it to them right when they're, like, what my mom and stepdad did was they gave my little sister an iPad at just 2 years old. In contrast to Preston, hold on. Okay. In contrast to Preston's idea of not giving an iPad until they're 5, or giving an iPad when they're 5 or above, and not giving it to them when they're 5 and under, or when they're 4 and under, actually. Which, that's a good idea. You know, let them enjoy their childhood, or let them enjoy their baby and toddler years. You know, let them enjoy those years, and let them enjoy their childhood in general before you start introducing iPads into their lives. You can wait a couple years and then start slowly introducing the technology into their lives, you know? But anyway, let's see, anything else? I'm trying to think of anything else. I'll make a cut. We'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. I know that was a long cut, but I heard my sister, she was screaming about 2 wasps in her room and how she doesn't like wasps. I tried to kill them, the wasps, but it didn't work. So they're somewhere in her room right now. We don't know where they're at. But anyway, we're gonna skip a few months. Or wait. Yeah, we're gonna skip a few months to this month. So August, right? August 3rd. Or July, I guess? Yeah, July. Or earlier this month. Preston found out about my YouTube channel. I wanted to tell him that I started a channel. So I told him, and he said it was cool and all that.
I found a wasp!
You found it?
It's terrorizing me again.
Hold on, I'll be out soon. Anyway, so he said it was cool and all that, and then I asked if he could subscribe. He said yes, automatically. And then I think he said he was gonna check out one of my videos. So he did. And then like later in the night, he texted. He said he watched one of my videos and he thought I did pretty good on it. And it was very informative, which I really do appreciate that. You know, I got my first real life viewer feedback on one of my videos. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. Preston, I really do appreciate that. That he gave me like honest feedback on one of my videos. And it was a very important one. The This Is How We Bing video and how they exploited their child cruise car crash on the internet. Anyway, let's think. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm trying to think of anything else. Hey guys, we're back. And I have one more thing to say to summarize the whole video. So, Preston overall, right, is like a very, he's a very chill, no drama. He's just like a laid back guy in general. Like he's a very, he doesn't let things get to him. He just has that personality that everybody would want in a friend. You know, everybody would want his personality. Do you think I have his personality? Kind of. I kind of do have his personality, some of it in a way. I'm kind of like Preston in terms of his personality and all that. But I do love his personality. He doesn't let things get to him. He doesn't cause drama and all that. So, yeah. And, what else? I'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. I just thought of the last part. So, I'm gonna say it. It's been on my mind for a while. Preston, right? To continue the Preston segment. So, I'm kind of nervous to share this, but I feel like for people out there, and Preston himself, I'm gonna do it. So, I think any girl out there, right? Any girl out there in the world, anyone, would absolutely be very, very lucky to be with a guy like him. You know, any girl would be. He had a girlfriend for a little while. I saw them one time, and they were happy. They seemed happy together. But then, like, a few weeks later, they broke up. She broke up with him because she was with somebody else. Which, first of all, I thought was... I didn't say it at the time, but I'm gonna say it. I thought that was wrong of her to do that. To break up with him, with Preston like that. You know, he's a very deserving person. Number two, I think it was her loss. I'm just saying, it was her loss. That she broke up with him, that was her loss. And number three, and Preston, I think Lila in art class, Lila mentioned if he wanted that girl back. And let me think, he either said he didn't want her back or shook his head no to, like, differentiate. that he didn't want her back. Which also another thing about Preston is that, like, I like the way he expresses things. You know, he does it in head shakes, simple, what's it called? Simple answers, or what else? Like, just very simple things in general. Like, I love that. You know, I really do. Like, I love the way that he expresses things, the way that he just says, or like expresses things to people. And honestly, I am happy that he moved on. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy that he moved on from that girl who broke up with him. I'm happy about that. You know, I really am. And I'm really happy about that. That he moved on. And he didn't think about her anymore. So Preston, if you're out there, just know I'm really happy you moved on from her. Because she wanted somebody else. And that was her loss. So I'm gonna say it, or I said it. At the time I didn't want to say it, but now in this video I expressed my feelings. I wanted to express it, to get it out there, you know? And I feel like it's the truth that it's her loss, that any girl in this world would be super, super lucky to be with a guy like you. I promise. You'll find somebody one day. I promise. You'll find her, you'll find that perfect one someday. Maybe not now, but maybe someday you'll find her. I promise. You'll find that person that loves you for you and your personality and all that. And yeah, and say it with me now. It's her loss. And I'm really happy that Preston moved on from her. I really am. I just thought it was really unfair that she did that. But anyway, we're at almost 33 minutes in the recording. I don't want to make this too much longer. So, what'd you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me think. Let me know in the comments, if you found a friend like Preston, and let me know if you had any bullies like Tristan, and like I had in middle school with Tristan. So, to end this video officially, I'm gonna say that, you know, I think everybody out there